Hello everyone and welcome to another video from Eagles of Empire. In this video we're gonna do an unboxing of the French irregulars, les francs-tireurs, some irregular units that popped up across France during the Republican phase of the Franco-Prussian War. We're gonna have a look at the content of the box and the miniatures, so let's get started. Right, so when buying a set of miniatures from Eagles of Empire, you get a product that looks like this. It's a black zip bag for storing the miniatures. Really practical. Also a way to stow away your unpainted miniatures. It has a lock up here, so it can be. You can hang it if you have a creative space or a small area at home where you could store it. You can always use these hangers to get it away, or use the zip bags to stow away your miniatures that way. Let's open and have a look. So each set of miniatures will contain the following. You have a face card. You will have your unit cards. And you have your miniatures. So I'm just going to put the zip bag away. Now let's start by having a look at the face card. The face card contains, of course, a historical image, a uniform plate, so that you get the basic inspiration and a visual tool to start painting from. And on the back there is a little historical reference about the francs-tireurs in this case. There's also here the basics of the movement stats, the weaponry range, firepower, all the different stats that covers the francs-tireurs, and also their special abilities. For more on the special abilities, jump on over and watch the video on the rulebook flip through. That will explain some of the special abilities a little more. There's also here an image of the hero, Commandant Lipovsky. This is the historical hero that can be attached to any unit of francs-tireurs in the game. So you get all kind of explained here on the face card. Full color print on both pages, and a really nice thick quality. So again, opting for a plastic zip bag is a consequence of how the world looks these days, with less and less products sold in physical shops and more products actually sold online. So we wanted to create a way of giving you a really nice visual experience without transporting a lot of air when we transport it based on sales on the web shop. So this is what we opted for. Now, moving on to the unit cards. You get 16 miniatures in one set of infantry, and that is actually 2 squads. So there's 2 unit cards, 2 squads, 2 unit cards. So the unit cards here, again, full color, really nice, thick quality. They have been coated so that you don't get sticky fingers or anything else on them when you're gaming. And the unit cards will show you the units, cost and command points, and the basic stats like movement range, chassepot range, firepower, charge value, defensive value, unit strength, and the francs-tireurs special ability. Now these are detailed, more detailedly explained in the rule books. So these are nice. These are gaming tools. I'd say you keep them close to the gaming table. You always, on top of how your gaming unit acts on the gaming table, what special abilities you might want to use. You have that all at hand. You can always use the cards as keeping a score of what's actually on the table. And for those of you who already have a collection of miniatures and just want to get gaming with the Eagles of Empire skirmish rules, the unit cards are available for purchase separately. but you get them, of course, with each of the sets of miniatures you buy from Eagles of Empire. But you can also buy the unit cards separately if you already have a collection from another producer. That's completely fine. So let's have a look at the miniatures. Now, these are all individual miniatures. There's no two miniatures looks the same. That's really important for us. We want to create, I mean, it's a skirmish game, so there's a lot of focus on the individual miniatures. So we want to create a collection of products here that is as highly lifelike as possible. So no two miniatures are the same within the set. There are, of course, here's a good example, similar poses, but with little differences like an arm stretched out, different facial hair, and so on. So you get a lot of variety here. So those are 16 different miniatures, including, of course, an officer. You have a bugler here, and there are people firing, people loading, people calling up reinforcements, some wearing backpacks, French style backpacks. Some with no backpacks. So there's a lot of variety here in look and feel. Now the franc-tireur was irregular troops armed with whatever they could find at the local army depot. So these were troops called up during the phase of the war where the emperor, the French emperor, had got himself captured after the Battle of Sedan. The French Empire collapsed and the Third Republic was proclaimed, and Léon Gambetta escaped from Paris in a balloon and started to stomp up these units across France. So these were print house workers, postal workers. They were, just young guys wanted to defend France, and they got equipped with a whole variety of weapons. So you'd have muskets, you'd have chassepot mixed together, and you'd have a very different look and feel from unit to unit, very personalized feel from unit to unit. But for the franc-tireur, some of the things that were in common, of course, were the gaiters, the sash around the stomach, the kepi, and the standard French backpack system. So you could really, with this unit, you can paint a whole variety of franc-tireur. Everything from the ones active in the Loire campaign to the ones active in the defense of Paris, and also the franc-tireur de mort, the death patrols. So you can really, with this unit here, with these miniatures, you can create a lot of variety. So yeah, a good set, I would say, to start off your Republican collection with. And I'm gonna end up the video by showing you a few images of these miniatures painted up. So I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing of the franc-tireur, and jump on over to the web shop and grab yourself some French reinforcements. Please enjoy your painting and gaming out there, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.